All right, everybody, welcome back to Evolution 2016. I'm James Chen.
My name's Seth Killian, back with my old friend. Very happy to see all of you here today for some more pool play action.
That's right. I mean, we're down from like 5,100 players to like 3,000 or something like that.
A lot of bodies on the floor here already today, and we're looking to add some more to that count.
That's right. And we're going to start almost right away. We're going to be going with Vicious and PIRONELCO.
Tell me about PIRONELCO. Do you know anything about this player yet?
Not sure. I mean, I'm very familiar with Vicious.
Vicious, yeah. He's a mainstay and like a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah,
so.
He's at Wednesday Night Fights all the time. He's also my voice twin.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Interesting. I didn't know. I have watched him play before at Wednesday Night Fights, but voice twin is it's like a weird, scary kind of doppelganger out in the world.
He does commentary at Wednesday Night Fights every once in a while.
That's true. I guess I have heard him, and I guess yeah. I mean,
there was literally
your
one
voice
time,
is unique to me, but yeah.
There was literally one time I turned on Wednesday Night Fights and he was commentating and I was like, is this a recording? I'm not there right now. How does this work? And yeah, so.
But
then again, that could be senility as well.
Could be, yeah. It's been a long road.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't know much about PIRONELCO, but
that's what we were discussing earlier on the stream today, but that is one of the greatest excitements to me about pool play. Pool play, of course, you're not going to get necessarily the caliber of, top champions facing off at this stage in the tournament, but the power of the younger player is, or the unknown player, or relatively unknown, he has nothing to lose, and you got a lot on the line. So if they're able to flip that table on you and sort of flip the script and scare you as sort of the better known player that you might get eliminated in pools by somebody who's lesser known, that's a scary feeling. It can cause you to make bad decisions.
Yep, exactly. And the scary thing about this is with 5,000 people, you never know which one of these guys is that silent killer.
Oh, they're sleepers,
who's just been chilling there at home playing every day and is going to body everybody.
Grinding,
yeah.
Got some new tricks, and yes, we were just discussing this character right before going live, stating our opinions. We're both in the pro Balrog camp. We think he's pretty strong.
Yes.
Let's see what PIRONELCO can bring.
Yeah, this is a character that, I mean, he obviously he has some weaknesses on defense.
Yes.
But his offense is ridiculous, and I don't know if you follow Javits on Twitter.
Oh, I do. He's got lots of crazy tech.
That guy's Balrog tech is ridiculous, so they're going to go right away. Now, obviously, Karen, a great footsie character, but the way Balrog plays can kind of override that if he can stay outside of the footsie range.
That's exactly what, and that's what I'm watching here for PIRONELCO. I'm not seeing him advance to the distance where he wants to be rushing in from. He seems to be happy right now, currently to stay in kind of Karen's footsie range, which I think is dangerous.
But I like the neutral jumps right now from Vicious. He's definitely throwing in those a lot to catch those dash punches.
When he got the jump in and the low jab, but was not expecting that to hit, so went for the throw, got teched.
Oh no, gets thrown into the corner. This is a bad situation now.
Will he set up the mix-ups? No. Keeps he honest and pays the price.
Yeah, but again, you see right there, Vicious did it again with that neutral jump. That is something that PIRONELCO's got to look for, and Balrog actually has a pretty decent tool. The screw upper is actually really good. Kind of moves a little forward.
But it is a commitment.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So he does have to commit to a counter punish. We will see. Oh, wow. Both walking away. Karen's throw range, I thought, might have saved the day for her there. But yeah, PIRONELCO looked quite willing to sort of walk forward. Now he wants to hold the charge. There he is. He's at the range, I think, closer this round that he wants to be at.
I definitely do, once again, appreciate the fact that they are matching in colors here.
Yeah.
You know? It's all green match.
Enemies on the screen, friends in fashion. Wow, getting away with some unpunished.
But Vicious, with a lot of life lead right now. But Balrog, he's sitting on all of his resources. He could do all that damage all at once. Oh no!
Oh, too far.
Just missed it and no punish.
It looked a little slow. And what is that?
Desperation Hail Mary.
Yeah, I mean that is a man who is out of ideas at that point. Yeah. And Vicious, I think I did like the way he was playing, just sort of backing off. I got a big life lead. I don't have to go in here.
And okay, well, it looks like PIRONELCO maybe, he saw his hand on the chin. He was like thinking about it. Then a nod, a confident nod.
It's like plan B. Let's do it. Wow, Vicious, not even moving. He's just standing in neutral jumping. Okay.
All right, well, he's gotten in with the low rush, but he really hasn't been able to get any sort of momentum and sustain it.
No, and PIRONELCO especially, I feel like, has yet to show us something with Balrog. He doesn't clearly have a articulated plan that I can see. He's hitting buttons, which with Balrog is not the worst strategy, and he clearly knows sort of what he's doing, broadly speaking, but not able to put it together into a sustained sequence that would threaten Dizzy.
Oh, wow. Mistimed his meaty. Gave him the throw, but here we go. A crush counter from Vicious. How much damage can he do? Not quite all the way, but just dashes right in there with a perfectly timed meaty. And Balrog...
Pretty free on Wake Up.
Yeah, outside of Super, he has nothing he can do.
Although that Super, what a reversal. Was it like 10 frames of invulnerability? Like...
And it just looks like it hurts.
Yes, it's an expensive reversal, obviously, but...
not to belabor the fashion sense, but I can't help but think Yoshi's egg from the from the hood of Balrog. I don't know what it is, but PIRONELCO almost with a full V trigger. There it is, and this is
again,
when.
Yeah, I mean he's gotten so many of those wake up throws, but not able to convert into anything against Vicious.
Oh wow!
Intentionally, yeah.
No one actually ever gets to use the V trigger as a real mix-up.
That's right, and he slowed it down, let it go into a block string, and then surprised him from the back. PIRONELCO taken out.
All right, good stuff to him. Good stuff to Vicious.
He's got the tournament experience, and again, there was nothing sort of explosive about the Karen in that situation, but he just played really well, kept his mistakes. That's the other thing. There's excellent play and game plans and tricks and setups, and then there's the mistake-o-meter, and you gotta keep that thing down low. It's one of the most critical tournament tips, especially in these early rounds where there's you're burning a lot of mental energy, you're trying to focus on a lot of things. It's a tough environment. You can keep that mistake-o-meter down as low as it can go. It can take you through a lot of these early rounds.
And I also, you know, when we talk about that, like the #1 example player that I always think of who kept the mistake-o-meter basically at 0 was Mike Watson.
Oh,
like that guy never went for anything crazy. He just did everything that worked, and he never made any mistakes.
And nothing else. Yeah. Does it work? If not, flowchart. Go do nothing. Yeah.
And he won so many tournaments back in the day using that strategy.
Yep.
You know?
His big move would be standing jab or something. That would be his big. Not zero commitment sort of anything.
Yep.
Very frustrating.
Definitely shout outs to XSplit. Visit them at xsplit.com/CPT and enter and get 20% discount with the coupon code Pro Tour 2016. Follow them on all social medias at xsplit/xsplit. It looks like now we're gonna have Blesme versus 21Q discount marks.
I like that. Got a sale on philosophers today. Sale on discredited philosophies.
Oh man.
Poor Marks.
Let's begin.
Well, it looks like I'm not sure if they're going for button checks just yet or if this is actual match.
I know, hearing the music, the pre-match sort of music gets me so hyped up that I'm like ready to and then when it's button check, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go. Oh, never mind.
These guys look serious.
And
it is a button check. I do like the serious eyes.
Well, they still have that serious look on their face. That is how
is Discount Marks rocking the Akuma beads, by the way? Let me call that out. Secret Akuma beads.
Nice. Okay. He actually looks, I don't know if you played the Street Fighter V story mode, he looks like Ed, Balrog's friend.
Wow. Shout outs to the C-tier characters. The stand-ins from story mode.
That's right.
They've been getting a lot of shine lately ever since people.
Dude, someone suggested that there needs to be there needs to be an all-Peter tournament, which would be the most amazing thing ever, I think.
I would watch at least the first 5 minutes before wandering away.
I would probably stick around for at least 7 or 8. So, you know.
Wait to see those big hype Peter combos.
Exactly.
All right, Chun-Li, again, a character who I believe in on paper a lot, but yet the results have not quite been there, in spite of some strong players opting for her. All right, Blesme representing, I've got those on lock. I've got the slide under the fireball, ready as a counter.
Yeah, right now we haven't actually seen Marks have a real opportunity to get any offense going.
No.
So, so here we go. I want to see what he has, but just like that, EX bird kick, and it's done. Ooh, okay, I like to take a step throw on Wake Up.
And he's in there. Wow. And had decided to throw again, so drops the combo in order to get a throw reset. But I did notice that sweep went unpunished, and he opened with another sweep that did connect. But I don't like that look for discount marks.
That's punishable right there, the regular lightning kick.
So a little bit of loosey-goosey here from these guys.
Yeah.
And again, like, both times he got reversal spinning bird kick, he walked forward into the wake up, like threatening, like, I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. Basically telling him, daring him to EX reversal. So he bluffed, he did Yomi layer, I don't know what that is, 3, where he walked forward like he was going to attack and then got blown up by the reversal. He got what he wanted, you know?
Right. Oh, okay, he's blocking
and no punish!
No! Okay.
Okay.
Sideswiping uppercut. But he's definitely playing Ryu almost kind of like a grappler, because even when he jumped over a fireball, he was jump roundhouse, low jab, throw.
There you go.
So he's definitely using Zangief Ryu.
And he's not afraid of, okay, got it, and there finally finds a little punish.
Yeah, but it wasn't even on time because it wasn't a crush counter.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Okay. He likes the low roundhouse a little too much.
That's right out of the gates. He landed one of those. That looked pretty dangerous.
That's safe.
And he's got the V-trigger stocked up, but is not even bothering to cancel these low roundhouses. Wow. Wow, the call out.
That is some 21 court discount move right there, for sure. I'm just going to assume the Q stands for courts.
It's all these strategies should be available at a discount because they're pretty suspect. But he's getting the job done and has brought it back to 1 round apiece. Again, finding pay dirt with that sweep.
Oh, I like it. Goes for the throw because he's baited out the EX bird kick a couple of times now. There it again. See there, the awesome jump roundhouse low jab throw combo.
And this seems to be his mix-up every time he wow, doesn't even really try and punish it.
I just want you to use your meter.
Yeah.
That is all. Oh, nice. Gets the
in the V-trigger, yeah.
All right, so Marks has activated his.
Well, and I think it had to be an uppercut attempt, I think. Maybe a low fierce. And again, just not afraid to sweep, not afraid to take those reversals.
Oh, here we go, but only a low roundhouse crush counter, that's it.
Well, he does find some punish, but just not quite enough. Discount Marks.
There he goes. Marks takes the first game.
So these guys' faces have not changed throughout the course of the entire. Like that seemed like kind of a revelatory game 1. A lot to learn about both competitors, but they both seem pretty.
I like it though. They're keeping that game face. They're keeping the game face going.
And Mark seems content with even though it hasn't gone dramatically his way. Like his mix-up of every knockdown, I just walk right into you. Maybe you'll reversal, maybe you won't. Just keeping it simple.
And then going for
there it is.
Throws. But there's
That's his strat, and then
But see, the thing is, he had no EX meter. He really had nothing to worry about in that situation.
That's James talk. That's not Discount Marks talk.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So you play your game, I'll play mine. Okay.
Okay.
Good air-to-air idea.
Again,
super bold uppercut.
Do it again. Oh no.
And again, I don't know what his percentage on that walk into the down character is, but not great.
Yeah,
it seems okay.
For sure, Blesmy has been doing better on the wake-up situation, but...
Okay, he's getting it done again and knocking on the door of stun. Finds another sweep.
And another sweep.
Gotta watch those legs, man. There's a lot of punish opportunities, but all the sweeps are landing.
And is it just me, or did Marks' face get a little more intense there?
Just a flash.
And you know what? And we're gonna... Okay, there we go. Okay. You just want to really study that intense look on his face.
Wow. That move, even theoretically, could have only hit a couple of things that Chun-Li threw out. But he had made his decision. Some of the perils of making decisions early.
Okay, gets the
sweep in the
counter.
overhead.
I mean, that low roundhouse has been paying off for him. Look, if Blesmy is not going to punish the low roundhouse,
yeah,
you know,
can't argue with it.
Or if it's just going to connect the majority of the time. All right.
Okay, he's going to
jump in, goes for the throw again. Yep.
Wants to get it done. Doesn't have a lot of confidence in the combos. The walk up, he gets thrown again.
Overhead, yep.
That's going to get hit. What will it be?
All right.
Ducking, bobbing, weaving. Discount Marks has some work to do. No good.
Interesting. It's just like he just did the bird kick and
low forward, straight out of the bird. Yeah, bird kick, straight out of low forward. Pays off. It's going to bring it back to 1 round apiece, but it is a match point for Discount Marks.
All right, lands that sweep again. Definitely one of the things that Blesmy's got to watch out for. He's got to learn how to crouch block a little bit more during his footsies. You can see that he's just walking back.
He just wants to walk in. And Discount Marks' combo game, I think, is also looking a little suspect. He's gone for the throw basically every time he's jumped in. But these sweeps are ridiculous.
I'm going to say that Discount Marks and
with authority, Discount Marks moving on.
Are they aware that it's done?
I believe it to be done.
There you go.
There it is.
Okay.
I like that delayed handshake tech. That's like a long wake up.
Hey, look, everyone saw Woshige from last year, right? They just wanted to make sure.
The specter of it, you bow to Woshige in your head, like, over? Okay, it's over.
And honestly, like that last round, I really think that Marks was like 8 for 8 on sweeps.
Yeah, I was questioning the sweeps out of the gates. I can't question 8 for 8. Like he had a read and he got paid off.
Yeah,
moving ahead.
Exactly. So yeah, but also want to take a little bit of opportunity to shout outs Vertigear, of course. We're sitting here in these Vertigear chairs, these lovely Vertigear chairs here. No, I mean honestly, they're super comfortable, and I would really like to have some for the Ultra Chen show. You know, so Vertigear, talk to me.
This seems like a sort of a minor foul that you're committing here, Jack.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fishing for free.
No, I was,
Subway sandwiches? Give me a call. No.
Don't make me cry already.
We need Pro Tour. Yeah, we need all the support we can find for the Pro Tour. Vertigear, of course. Got the promo code.
Yep, EVO 2016 to save 10%. Valid this weekend. Check him out at Vertigear on social media as well as for Gamer Gear. And of course, you are tuning in right now to the Capcom Pro Tour, brought to you by the Sony PlayStation 4.
That's right. They are the presenting sponsor of the tour this year. And good folks. Happy to have them aboard. And
well, we have definitely seen some interesting reuse strategies from Marks. But how do you think that the strategies of the man coming up here are going to compare?
It's hard to say, and surprisingly, I feel like you could do like a full loop around the Yomi possibilities to have Daigo end up looking. You're going to read from the book of Daigo?
I'm going to read from the book of Daigo
let's go to page 37 and see if there's inspiration.
There you go.
Or do you have a passage marked and prepared?
Well, I have a page already marked.
For the sermon. Okay, let's go that.
So on page 37 says, crowned the world's best. In 1998, I was invited to Street Fighter Alpha 3 World Championships in San Francisco, where I faced the American champion, Alex Fye.
I remember him.
Yes.
Yeah. A slight recollection of Alex.
There you go. Yeah, looking back, that tournament was a big turning point for me. So there we go. This is talking about the turning point for Daigo Umehara, the will to keep winning. Actually, this thing sold out so fast here.
I believe it. Every time there's a new vendor at EVO, I tell him, however much you think you're going to bring twice as much. Yeah. Because you'll be sorry. You'll be leaving some sales on the table. But shout out to Daigo for a interesting book and a good translation and bringing it here to America.
Shout out to the Red Bull team, for doing that. So that was very cool. But as you can see, Beast Daigo, who's actually been streaming a lot as well with Daigo Beast TV.
Yep, he's been doing all sorts of things. And up against SWILLY here, tough draw, should be exciting.
All right, but he's going with Karen.
I like his movement so far. Yeah. Draws first blood against the Beast.
You always have to be careful, though, because a lot of times when you fight a guy like Daigo, you show all your cards right away, and then you have nothing left in the tank once they figure everything out.
He is quite comfortable basically giving you an IQ test in the first round of the matches to try and determine how you tend to react to things.
Yeah, you saw that wake-up uppercut there from Daigo earlier.
And he just jumped in and stood there doing nothing right in front of SWILLY to see what the reaction would be. But SWILLY hanging tough here. Sweet keeps it in the front. Lands the EX.
Okay, there we go. Great stuff getting in there. So again, that movement doing so well.
Wow.
I love it.
I love it. Yeah, this guy's
beautiful.
Looking very clean. Obviously, not uncommon for the Beast to lose the first round, but all props to SWILLY right there. Really great movement.
I mean, there's a difference between winning for what seems like, using everything you got in gimmicks, and then there's also winning with some great footsie work right now.
And beautiful overhead to hop over the low poke from Daigo.
Yeah, so Daigo here, almost kind of seeming like doesn't have a clear plan right now. But, okay, there we go.
Here he comes. Does he have the read? Okay, he's going to put him in this blender. Baits out the uppercut.
Oh no. Almost
And hurts,
done.
and the dizzy overhead. Yes, there it is.
It's so funny because like everyone is like, okay, this overhead's coming, but then you're like, but wait, it's Daigo, so he's not
he
gonna
won't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it! Yeah.
It's that wheel of mind games
Yes.
again. Oh,
Brilliant
wow.
weight. Just to see if he could put him on a slight overcommitment, but SWILLY right back into it. I like the aggression here, saying I will not sit idly by.
Yeah, so large times when someone like Daigo wins a round like he did in round 2, it kind of shuts your offense down. But SWILLY, I like the fact that he's still being aggressive.
Yeah, he stayed right in there and is hanging tough here. Opportunity, a little drop.
And with all that meter, he's technically not behind, but Daigo's seen that one before.
Yeah. And that time he changes it up, showing a little bit more respect. Big risk. Daigo gets a small punish.
What a block by Daigo. Seeing that cross under, oh wow.
Wow. And that was on reaction.
I mean, isn't that what the overhead is for? It's like the go over moves as well, and Daigo's like, no, I'm just gonna hit it with low forward. It's all
Timed it a
good.
little differently. He was looking, he was thinking that might be a smart move from this range.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that first round might have been a little bit of discount Daigo, but right now he is in full price mode right now.
He's looking great. He gathered his data, but yeah, I'm impressed with the way SWILLY's been playing so far. So hopefully he can keep that movement going, and it's going to be hard to make Daigo go completely passive, which I think would benefit SWILLY's style. It's hard to scare the opponent into total passivity.
And it's interesting now, so you can see all of a sudden now Daigo being a little more aggressive with the fireballs, and that is something that Daigo tends to do. He will switch between being a little passive to being a lot more aggressive between games. But again, SWILLY is just doing a really good job keeping up with him.
He's hanging in there. He's keeping the pressure on. Daigo's found a few clutch punishes, but SWILLY's been making smart decisions and not wanting to bet the farm.
Oh, that was a huge
Big drop.
opportunity, yeah.
And hopefully he's not kicking himself too bad. Another drop. That's a lot of those have been off that crouching strong too.
Okay.
Ooh. Nice timing there. A little stutter step into the V skill.
Gets the dash up throw.
And has Daigo in the danger zone here. Smart V trigger or V reversal.
Just push him out. And
and he could have challenged that. Just didn't.
I think it was just another one of those situations where you just don't believe Daigo will jump in like 3 times in a row like that. And sure enough, Daigo did it.
Daigo getting away with a low sweep, but again, establishing a little more space control. SWILLY finds his way in, has the corner, and again, walks up and gets it done. I like that. No tricks.
Again, Daigo now aware of the back dash, forward dash, little mix-up from SWILLY.
And he's being very reactive every time SWILLY backs off. He's got a button queued up.
Okay, there we go. He's got the combo this time. Full damage.
Burns the EX. Doesn't want to give him the plus frames. Daigo battling slowly back.
Oh,
that
and
should
she
be it.
should be able to do it. Yeah, there it is.
SWILLY puts one on the board. Good stuff to him. Uh oh, Daigo nose scratch. What could it mean?
It's a tell.
Yeah.
He knows something.
And he's just sweeping into that space. It is very difficult to whip punish that. Nice short HK.
Yeah, that's definitely either the catch jump back tech or just catch people touching buttons. And the nice thing about it is it puts you in the air, so if they jab or something and they do hit you,
No
you just
big
get
counter.
hit out of the air. Yeah, it's not much damage.
Minor punishment. SWILLY's got a lot of work to do, but a good start, and it has Daigo cornered.
And a lot of meter as well. He's almost at super. He can almost tie this up, and he's almost got a stun. All right, but that's where that V reversal from Daigo came out.
The win conditions were on the board for a minute and are not off the table yet, but now he's going to have to work for it.
Again, that blank hurricane.
And again, I think that's the product of a few reads there from Daigo made early on, saying SWILLY really likes the back and forth motion here as far as like dashing in, dashing out.
Right.
Thinks that's the mix-up. That's the correct counter to exactly that mix-up with a short hurricane kick, getting it done.
But you can also get it done by sitting in some of these vertigear chairs. These are really nice chairs. Right now, EVO 2016 to save 10%. Once again, like I said,
I'm gonna adjust it upwards here.
Look for old men, right? You got the lumbar support.
I don't even really know what the lumbar region is, but I know you want it supported, and I know Vertigear's got me covered.
Exactly. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, look, I mean, obviously Daigo, a lot of people are picking to at least get top 8. You know, he's one of the scarier players here.
He's the champion of my heart.
Yes, exactly.
The captain of my heart, Daigo.
But I do not want to take anything away from Swilly. I thought he played that really, really well, and I like the fact that he played it not scared.
No, not whatsoever. He played his game.
Yeah, you could tell he was like, I don't care that you're Daigo, I'm going to play my game. Now,
which alone is an achievement. Truly, like it's very easy, especially you guys are seeing it on a small screen, and you know, with the players just sitting there. The players know to get here. You've waded through a crowd of 15,000 people to get to your station.
Right,
you know there's another however many tens of thousands watching from home. There's pressure there, and you're up against one of the guys who's capable of putting the very best players in the world and just bringing them to tears, making them look ridiculous. And that's the guy you have to play. So the pressure, even just to find your own game and execute, stick to your principles, is extreme. So shout out to him, and I do think we'll be seeing him again. Some pretty strong Karen play.
He's just going to be in loser's bracket, so he's got some ways to. He's still not done yet. He's got a long way to go.
Yes.
So. All right. So coming up next, it looks like we're going to have Alan Wu going up against ALFRED HOJO.
Shout out to HOJO's restaurants, but
either that or it's a Final Fantasy VII reference, maybe. You know.
It's deep. It could be, or it could just be his actual last name.
It's too boring. Yeah. I'm just going to pretend it's not, so.
Yeah, I think the last of the Howard Johnson's restaurants is closed as well, so probably not that, but let's see what kind of action we have coming up here.
Looks like Hojo's going to go with Ryu, and Alan Wu is going to be going with Karen.
A little run back of the previous match.
That's right.
With a different set of styles, which of course is one of the beautiful things about Street Fighter. So many of these great characters can be played in different ways.
Yes.
You can find a way to express yourself. How am I feeling today? I love when players flip the badges around and it looks like they're wearing a choker, or like an EVO branded lace choker. Nice standing jab, anti-air means he was ready for that. No punish on the sweep. Very difficult to punish Karen's sweep from range.
Oh, mistimed that meaty standing light kick. Oh, could have had a lot of bigger punish, but you know what?
The corner position.
Throwing him into the corner is actually pretty good.
I like it, yeah. Hojo's trying to battle out. Needs a Karen combo for his trouble. This time with the wake-up uppercut.
Oh, got to punish that, but he went with a stand roundhouse, which goes over crouching people, so not sure why he went for that button. Yeah,
Alan getting away with a little bit, but then Hojo showing that stand roundhouse. Maybe he wanted back the roundhouse. He's hanging tough. Okay, goes air to air. Wow.
All right, good stuff.
ALFRED stealing that away. I felt like it was kind of Alan Wu's round most of the way there, but Hojo hung in there. Got the job done in the home stretch.
Oh, wow. Just got right in there and just maybe was expecting a show. Oh, let's just do the EX uppercut.
That was a low percentage set play, we call that.
Either that or he just had the complete read and was inspired by the previous Ryu and threw out an Ume Shoryu right there. All right.
Let's see what he's got. I like the idea of the neutral jump. It won, but also, you know, in those activation situations, you can anticipate that the Karen wants to come in, wants to put the pressure on with the Rekkas, and he just shut that down.
And there's a definite look of I don't want to call it nervousness, but a kind of like self-doubt.
The stink eye, like I'm not quite sure what happened here. Like, doesn't seem like I lost that badly, and yet I went down 2 rounds pretty quick.
All right, well, let's see if Alan can make any adjustments now. See if he can figure something out.
And that is one of the tricky things about Street Fighter V. It has a slight marvelish quality where you can feel like you're doing well, and the game can really slip through your fingers very, very quickly. And again, that same setup.
Wow. And a little bit too early on that crouching medium punch, hit the hurricane out of the air. Again, that same mix-up.
Nice side switch.
Yep.
Standing short. No, not this time. Smartly waiting.
Stunning the meter, yes, and gets
a stun.
God, he's going for all the resources now. Didn't go
he does not care.
Yeah, didn't go for the reset, but dashes and gets the throw.
This guy is hungry. Overhead? No. He's hungry for the round. There it was, and I feel like, he really wanted to put one on the board and not let this whole tournament match just slip away from him and be facing match point. Effective stuff. He looked hungry that round, and that's, I think, been the missing ingredient so far.
Oh, standing jab anti-air. Karen's anti-air is not particularly strong, but
Yeah, she's got her opportunities, but they're a little bit dicey. They have some holes. Yeah, you're taking a slight chance, especially against Shotos with the side switch hurricane.
I like that one. I like that one. The neutral jump over, the fireball, and then just dashing up and getting the throw. And now Alan Wu is looking very strong. He's got a tiny bit of life left to take.
And this, well, I'll wait until the end of this game. There it is.
There it is.
So the analysis for me is there was one big uppercut in round 1 of that match from HOJO, the EX uppercut that he just did on Wake Up. Got punished, he got dizzied, he died, he lost.
Right.
There again, we saw a jab uppercut when Alan was way far away with Karen. Karen was more than sweep and a half range out, and he still woke up with a jab uppercut. And I think Alan's correctly assessed the situation, said, this guy's not making reads with these uppercuts. He's just swinging wild. I'm going to hang back just a little bit and let this guy hang himself. And I think that's exactly what happened to HOJO.
Okay, getting in there with that V skill. Not only getting the damage and the knockdown, but also building up a little bit of that V trigger.
He dashed right into the jump attempt. Not punished too badly. Dancing, no one wants to commit. EX dash every time.
Yeah.
He loves that anti-air jab side switch.
And there's that jab uppercut again
Yeah.
that I'm not sure if he was trying to bait with the neutral jump, but it didn't work.
It's a nice counter poke attempt. Doesn't come.
Oof, a lot of trades.
Yeah, they're just swinging in that space.
Oh, here we go.
That's the big opportunity. Not quite.
Oh,
no, that's
he
gotta hurt.
Was definitely
yeah.
not expecting a wake-up neutral jump of all things.
Who expects wake up back jump with jumping short, whatever? Sure.
Yeah.
Complicated option select. Wake up neutral jump looked like just a wake up neutral jump.
Well, it worked out, and HOJO is now at match point.
Yeah, Alan really got left holding the bag here, but now seems to have found himself a little bit. Big uppercut again from HOJO.
Ooh, but okay, could have went probably just into maybe a raw uppercut to get that to connect, but in the corner position, Alan trying to get some aggression going. There we go. Is he going to spend the meter? Oh, he goes for a reset.
Oh, I like that, and that will be the super. Will it be? Yes, I think we should be.
Oh, yeah, that should be enough. Karen's super always does way more than it looks like it's going to.
Wow.
We're going to the last round, last game here.
I like it was a great play to go for the reset. It worked. Recognizing that HOJO is a little bit of an unconventional player. Thought he could pull one over on him, and did. Scored him game 2.
Oh, wow, getting caught. But again, not converting off that towards Fierce. That's why you go for that, because it can give you so much afterwards.
Exactly. It's a big money maker, so if you're not going to convert, you're taking a risk for essentially nothing.
Oh, no, too far for that throw, yeah. But wake up jab, counter hit's going to give him the combo. Oh, those anti-air jabs, always so risky. Look, HOJO's at the
big opportunity.
Okay, one more combo will build him the meter.
He found it. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. No.
Match point.
And he goes to throw, and he does it. Alfred, who gets in there with the throw, and he takes it at the last second. That is a pretty clutch ending for Alan there.
It was. The pressure was brought, and I liked it. These seemed like two evenly matched competitors in a lot of ways. Yeah, HOJO looking a little bit unconventional, but some good reads and some good adjustments throughout the course of the match from Alan allowed him to hang in there and close it out in the home stretch.
That's right. And if you are going to stream at home, you're going to want to stream with the home. Okay, never mind. I'm trying too hard here. XSplit. XSplit.com. I'm going to leave the segues to the expert Sajam there. So XSplit is xsplit.com/CPT. Get a 20% discount with the code Pro Tour 2016. Check them out on all your social media /XSplit @XSplit. A lot of basically all of the Capcom Pro Tour premiere events streamed on XSplit.
That's right. Shoutouts to giving us an untranslatable Japanese tweet. Left holding the bag, like that was the thing. Even when I spoke a little bit of very crappy Japanese, like my reading was, yeah, the reading is a difficult mountain to climb over there.
If this can be translated, then that tweet should be able to be translated as well, right? I mean, come on.
Get on it, people. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Trying to step it up.
But coming up next, very interestingly, I guess in pool A4 is going to be Jimmy Chen Rar
Yeah.
versus Sarade. And I'm not sure if like we're related, or I'm not sure if that's like the angry James Chen.
The worldwide brotherhood of Chens,
Exactly.
like, or sisterhood of Chens, I suppose, as it goes. But yeah,
Yep.
keeps it fun. The energy, it's been, to me, every year coming to a new EVO, like,
Actually,
you're
you know what?
excited. What's
I know Jimmy Chen Rar, actually. If CN stands for Canada,
presumably?
he was a player that was at one of the Canada Cups and did really, really well. Had a very impressive Ryu in Street
In the
Fighter
four,
4.
yeah.
And I remember talking about it. And he was definitely, because we talk about how local players get a chance to shine.
Yes.
He was one of those players that did that. And I remember talking to someone, and they told me that, he's like, the guy told me, like, the guy you were so impressed with has the same name as you.
And so you got a little shine, like,
Yeah, so I was like, okay. So,
Chen's getting it done.
so that might actually be him. I mean, it makes me sad to know that I'm not unique. I thought James Chen was just like this really, really unique name that like nobody had except for that other guy at my college.
You lived a sheltered childhood. I think. Get away with that one.
Yeah.
Well, we will see what's next in store. But yeah, I've just been surveying the room, and I guess every year I wonder if the feeling here at Evolution, it is an event on such an incredible scale that's really grown into sort of a con-like, convention-like atmosphere.
Yes.
And I worry that that's going to change the feeling between the people in the room, maybe lessen some of those connections. Not in my experience here today so far.
Yeah.
Everybody rolling around with their friends, meeting new people, having fun, looking at all the amazing stuff here, watching the matches, cheering, patting each other on the back, jumping up and down, a lot of high fives. That feeling to me is so special and part of what makes all these open FGC tournaments like so unique in the world of competitive games.
Yeah, and especially one of the things that makes it so unique too, because I've had several people tell me this already. One of the things I love about the fighting game community the most is that all the people who are playing are equal. It doesn't matter if you're Justin Wong or if you're Jimmy Chen Rar or if you're Sarade, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You're on the floor, you're playing with everybody else. You go through the pools like everybody else, and you're walking around the hall like everyone else.
That's right.
I've had so many people tell me, like, this is so cool. I was just walking around and I saw Justin Wong. I was walking around and I saw PR Balrog. I saw Daigo Umehara standing there, and that's the way it works. And that feeling, like you said, a worry maybe in the convention-like setting that we would lose that, but that is still here. It is
keeping it grounded, keeping it equal opportunity, just representing that old arcade spirit. If you're willing to put your money down, come in, you can take a shot against the best players in the entire world.
Yeah.
Show us what you got.
And, even as we saw against Daigo, man, I don't remember his name already.
Swilly.
Swilly, that's what it was, yes.
You can leave your mark. I've already forgotten your name, but no, I do remember him. He did have a solid set there.
Well, so that's the thing. Like Jimmy Chen Rar had
and a memory of lifetime.
He had a different name over at Canada. I can't remember. Even though he stood out to me so much,
it's tough to track them all. But we'll see.
I'm terrible with names.
Another Karen.
I
think a strong tournament character. Mika, another strong tournament character. Very dangerous.
Okay, going for the mix-up. Yep, there it is.
Goes to the other side, got him, and back into the corner. I like it so far.
Oh, almost had the stun.
But everything going according to plan so far for Sarad.
Yeah, tried to get the wake-up armored flying peach. Wasn't going to happen, and now just does the cross under with the Nadeshko mix-up.
Doesn't matter how many times you see it, it just makes you feel... I feel like I need a shower after I see that. It just seems dirty.
Also, it's just like, where did she come from? Did she jump out of the airplane? I mean, was there some like Doctrine Dark maneuver or something going on there? Not sure what's going on.
Who's this creepy chick watching the fight from up? Oh, isn't anybody officiating this match? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, like you're playing story mode. You break into the Shadaloo base,
That's
and then Nadeshko comes out of nowhere during the match. So, she's always there watching over.
It's a great superpower.
Oh, wow. Jimmy Chen Rar dropping that combo.
And that could cost him not just the round, but the game. Dizzy on the door. And it won't matter because he's going out with a flying peach, the wingless airplane. They all seem to end in buttocks. Like no matter which one of the options comes into play.
All All right, well, Jimmy Chen there with a little bit of look of concern on his face.
A little bit rickety, a couple of drops, a couple of key drops, and
definitely an accidental command throw whiff there.
yeah. Okay, correctly spotting that this guy's going for charge roundhouse coming in every time.
Oh, you've got to be ready for that. When you're Armika, you see that neutral jump off of your throw attempt, crouching strong right away.
That's the answer. No anti-air jab there from Karen. Might have been a little out of position. Just wants to be free. Knows she has the advantage. Doesn't want to get into any of Mika's mix-up games.
Oh, beautiful
Wow.
neutral jump. There we go.
And so late. Like that, I feel like, yeah.
Felt
Sarad
like
made a
Mika-
decision really early that he was going to wake up grab.
Right.
And that is a danger.
All right, well,
A little delay.
Jimmy Chenrar sitting on a lot of meter now. If he can get that damage right now. Okay, he's going to spend it on the anti-air, or on the EX Rasenha.
Forces the armored reversal. And that meter goes right back down. Dizzy off the table. From 70 to neutral. Not challenging Mika out of the air. She is a strong air-to-ground character.
Oh, wow, what a reaction.
I like that. He has, I think, gotten a good read on the charge roundhouse approach.
Yeah, one of the things I'd like to see from Jimmy Chen, though, you see he's sitting on that V trigger, right?
You do not want to be going out like that, yeah.
Yeah, and especially with Karen, because her V trigger, look, is not the greatest thing, right?
No.
It's not the greatest thing. So using it for V reversals is very important, especially against an Armika if you block a drop kick or something
Yes.
like that. Just get her off of you.
He found good ways to counter the drop kick, but I do agree completely there were chances for good V reversals there, maybe not taken, so
Woo!
such range. New mix-up? No, he just goes for a throw and gets countered.
Oh,
there it is
beautiful
again.
neutral jump, yep.
Every time those situations reset, he's gone for that charge roundhouse every single time. Sarad looking a little predictable, and Jimmy Chen making a nice read.
Oh,
Going
made it.
under it.
Yeah.
And finds the dizzy.
I
Just
wasn't
like
even
that.
aware that was an option to go under the drop
That was
kick
pretty
like
cool,
that.
yeah. Of course it goes under fireball, so that must drop the hitbox down pretty low in order to do that, because it's not proper projectile invincibility. It is just a hitbox situation.
Oh, again, a great reaction.
Just
on
calling him
that.
out.
Yeah.
He knows. He's like, when he gets to this range, this guy's on a flow chart. I'm going to take advantage of it.
But I really love the adjustment here from Jimmy Chenrar. After that first game, he just got a bunch of Mika mix-ups, and he has not given Sarad any chances to go for it anymore.
All right, Sarad on his last legs of this game.
But you know what? This is all it takes. This is all it takes. Now, after the punch one, you don't really get any mix-ups. After the punch command throw.
That is, yeah, the downside of that. Some great damage. But I like that he's not overcommitted. There it is with the charge roundhouse and cleanly countered again. I was saying I couldn't even get the words out in time. I like that he's not going for the charge roundhouse. He's holding it for a minute, and then out comes the charge roundhouse and cleanly countered.
You know, it's one of the toughest things to do when you play fighting games. There's always like, you know what? I shouldn't use this move. I shouldn't use this move. You walk back and forth long enough, and you're like, I should use this move. I mean, it happens though.
He can't be expecting it now, and he's like, nope, I've just been waiting for that the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard to recognize some of your own bad patterns. It shows the importance of watching your own tapes and having friends that are willing to either through words tell you what you're doing wrong or just pound you over and over for doing, if you get a little predictable.
Well, one of the easiest ways to do that is to stream your matches on XSplit, and then you can watch the archives later or just do a local recording, which is completely an option in XSplit. So definitely pick up XSplit at xsplit.com/CPT with the promo code Pro Tour 2016.
I haven't checked out XSplit's Instagram. What kind of things do you put on Instagram for a stream? Well, I guess you put on pictures of things you stream. I'm just imagining like a bunch of
maybe new
cables,
features
connectors, like circuits. I'm like, I don't know about this Instagram, man.
Just show
But, yeah.
pictures of all the wires that are everywhere and everything like that. I'm ruining the magic here. I'm destroying the illusion here of this set. Yeah, you don't see any wires here on the screen at all. No, there are no wires.
That's right. We're just floating in a hot air balloon over the massive EVO hall.
That's how I feel sitting in these Vertigear chairs. No, I'm kidding.
You've been hanging out with Sajam too long.
Yeah, I think so. But here we go. We have Red Bull Snake Eyes coming up against Phelps now. Snake Eyes has been in an interesting position.
I would say an embattled player.
Yes.
There was a big rush of interest in him towards the end of 4. 05 was the dawning of the new era. A lot of hype, a lot of excitement. He was into it. Geef, his character, traditionally, is in the game. That's always good news for a character traditionalist. And he struggled.
Yes.
He's struggled not only in terms of results, but in terms of, seems like motivation almost. Some of the techniques and style he likes to play with, he doesn't feel he can bring to bear in the game in quite the same way. So I think he's been having to sort of rethink his approach to the game.
Yeah.
But everybody says, and I'm tempted to agree, this is one of the greatest American players of all time.
Yeah, and I really do like the choice. He's been playing Ryu more now.
Yes.
This is his main character now.
And a character he's flirted with in basically every version of Street Fighter that he's ever played.
And, you know, I joked earlier that, you know, Discount Marks was using him kind of like a grappler. It's actually a very viable option for Ryu. And I like the way, because he uses that Zangief jump timing skills and such to get in. And so I really do like his Ryu a lot.
Relentless dashing, but faces the wall dive. And this will be a nice test of his knowledge. Phelps there not punishing the low roundhouse. Shaky look, wakes up with a stand fierce.
Oh,
a little bit of info.
Didn't get the link off of it, though.
And he has not really been able to find his way out of this corner. Okay, there it is.
Oh, uses the V reversal. That's a good idea. There we go.
Nice
good
completion.
confirm.
Yep. Snake Eyes says, I got one of those too. And now he's eaten quite a bit of damage. Interesting.
All right, crush counter sweep, and he's going to go for the...
wow.
He changed his mind because, you know what?
I think that was smart.
Yeah, he probably looked and was like, wait a minute, he's got a lot of resources here.
He could blow me up for this. I'm at an uncomfortable range. It wasn't the ideal range to try and set that up. But a little bit of a call out saying, I'm at least potentially ready to disrespect you.
All right.
And Phelps had good combo completions, but we didn't really see extended sequences that we've seen with some strong Rashids like a Nerd Josh. Not able to really keep that momentum up. And Rashid is definitely a flow kind of character where you want to keep them constantly locked down and under pressure.
Oh, wow, just missed with that, and great reaction there from Snake Eyes. Wasn't expecting the jumping short to hit.
Right, so the throw came early. You can't throw them out of the hit stun. Had it been block stun, that throw would have been timed properly, but he still finds the throw afterwards.
If at you first you don't succeed, try again.
See, I'm on board with try again. I don't know about try again. I feel like now you've tried too many times.
Too many tries?
Exactly.
Okay.
Try once, try twice, then quit.
So if
That's
first
my
you don't
strat.
succeed, try again.
And then quit.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
That's kind of a tell for me.
Wow,
interesting. Wake up short from back at that range.
Yeah, Phelps has definitely done a lot of wake up buttons now. That's definitely something that Snake Eyes has got to pay attention to.
And Rashid, not a great character in terms of wake up buttons necessarily. You know, not a big damage opportunity. Nice
see right
completion.
there, he gets the counter hit meaty because he realized that Phelps likes to do that.
He's hitting something,
Just made sure he had to shore up his meaty timing, and then you're going to get the counter hit. This is the first time that you can do a reversal normal so that you get up with the normal and get counter hit like that. So it's unique to this Street Fighter.
And not at all accidental, very much by design.
Oh, yeah.
Just abusing him with the shorts. Oh, I liked it. It looked like he had the read on the V reversal incoming. I would have loved if he'd been able to counter that.
Okay, good jump, but not a strong combo.
No.
But he's got that one.
Sort of tricky reset.
That should have been a confirm into super. For
yeah, it's interesting. He might want to save it for the kill zone.
Well, that should do it,
yeah.
There you go. So
just like that.
Snake Eyes taking it with Ryu. Like I said, good pick for him. I mean, one of the things about Snake Eyes, obviously, he was known for being a Zangief player in 4. He wore that badge with pride.
Yes.
And in the end, might have cost him some tournaments.
I think that's fair. It's hard to know. You know, you're playing sort of alternate history a little bit at that point. But it's true that Zangief is always going to be an uphill battle. I think he definitely took a lot of pride in sort of elevating a character that people had ignored to a certain extent, and really brought it up and over the top.
Right.
So I'm a huge fan of what he's done. So I hope he can find his way, and I hope he finds his footing with Ryu. He's such a strong player. I hope he's able to play the game that he wants to play and can find peace He's embattled.
Well, he was in Japan. You saw him kneeling there, you know, during some meditation. But I mean, honestly, I think it shows a lot of maturity in him and dedication to the game that he's willing to just take that whole Zangief repertoire, throw it all out the window, and go with Ryu.
And Zangief is not going to go away. I mean, there's still, I think, a couple of good matches or matches maybe where he's more comfortable playing Zangief, but especially for early rounds like this, I feel like Zangief from Snake Eyes, should he advance to the later rounds of the tournament, could be really interesting in terms of potential counter picks where he knows exactly who he's up against and what he might be facing. But in these early rounds, Ryu's just a much more solid choice. So agree that it's a very mature sign for him to head in that direction.
You can see right here we have Daigo coming back to the stream, but he's going up against Supreme, who's actually a really old school player, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember this guy. I believe he's been playing. He played Marvel as well. Do you remember some Marvel 2 from Supreme?
It's like Peter Suh, right?
Yes, I believe that is why it is Supreme.
Right, exactly. I remember him back from like, I want to say from like UCLA, the EVO 2002.
That era. So that's why I might be associating that tournament with Marvel 2, and maybe he doesn't actually play Marvel 2, but I remember some hype Marvel 2, and I remember me some Peter Suh, and nice to see him still here. I think we're testaments to that. Like, old Street Fighters never die. They just sort of.
I have seen a lot of old faces here this year, and it has been fantastic.
It's one of the glories of EVO. It's sort of like a family reunion, where you sort of come back and see all your old friends once a year. You groan about how these kids don't get it, and these modern games with their, whatnot aren't the same, and you have an audience who will actually listen to that horse pucky.
And interestingly enough, it looks like Supreme is going with Fang.
This will be cool.
Fang can, I know David is more of an expert on Fang than I am, but I've seen Shen do really well against a lot of Ryu players with this character.
I think it's not a bad pick against the Shotos. His control is in the right kind of zone to be able to handle it, but it is always a tenuous kind of control for Fang, and I think that's the hard part. His advantages are so marginal in all the situations that I think he's not able to play from the ranges that he'd really like to. But against the Shotos, you definitely have a fighting chance. You just have to be more active than I think a lot of Fang players would maybe like to.
Right.
And that's the challenge.
Oh, had a huge opportunity for some big damage, but just a throw.
And big damage from Fang, of course, being generally 20, 25%.
Relative,
yes,
exactly.
Yeah. But it is actually critical that he lands that because his opportunities are relatively rare.
Oh, there you go.
And he's got him in the poison zone. Hanging very tough here, and Daigo again, not really, okay, here we go, there it is.
Same mix that we've seen from him, and it's gonna pay off again. Just that cross-up. See, the interesting thing about it is when you do that hurricane like that, it's not even, it's the delay that you're reacting to. It's just that time where nothing's happening and you're like, oh, I gotta hit a button.
Yes, you feel like you can hit a button or you feel like you can backdash to get out of there because you're uncomfortable with the silence.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's what Daigo is preying on. And then when you get hit by it, it makes you feel bad because it makes you feel like you got really ready. I love that counter from Daigo. He's smelling the side switch from Fang, got into the air, and crossed him up. Again, was expecting a block, so he got thrown.
You know what? I think Daigo recognizes that Fang's strength is getting close and doing the left-right mix-ups because he has just been going crazy with his V reversals. And
doesn't want to put up with it, yeah.
There are a lot of matchups where I feel like V reversal is way more valuable than the V trigger.
Wow, he just did the short dash in at the YOLO Super and lands against Daigo, keeps him in this match, and he's got the more throw techs. I like this. Peter Suh putting it on the line, and Daigo shutting that down. But I like the guts, I like the swinging, I like recognizing, as I say, he's small stack at the table, right? He's got to put it all down now. He's got to go in, not able to go quite the distance.
Well, Daigo Umehara looking pretty strong right now.
And a surprise to few, yes. Looking for that standing fierce. And again, Daigo not really giving him the space. Okay, finally gets the poison there going. And you really, it's easy to overlook the role of the poison, but that, in watching old Fang matches, like that is often the difference. It's not dramatic, so you don't really notice it, but you have to keep that poison live as much as you can. It is real damage, it does add up.
And it keeps the gray light from healing.
That's right.
And so every time you make them block, that's damage that you can take off later on.
Oh, nice counter to the V reversal. Peter with a call out of his own and saved by one of the fireballs.
Oh, drop that
but
combo.
a drop, and it's punishable, but just a V reversal. crush counter.
Oh, he's
And-
going to go for it. He's just going to use the meter.
Not quite enough here.
Yeah, Fong's super doesn't really do a lot of damage, and
No.
now he's in a bad situation. Because if Daigo can just get a few more...
Oh, he got him. Whoa! And the V trigger confirm into super. Peter knows he let one slip through his hands.
Yeah,
But
and,
that ability is what makes the beast the beast.
yeah, and unfortunately, that also means that Supreme is going to lose all that super meter because he
Yes.
went for the flap like a bird and
You bet it.
didn't pay off.
Nice way to handle the fireballs. But yeah, I think what you were saying before about Fong's Poison's ability to sort of stop the Gray Life from healing, but he also needs to be generating those Gray Life hits, which is why we've seen the most successful Fongs like Sonic Fox and
Cian.
would be the other one. Yes, of course. It's really about like staying constantly in their face. You'd like to just sort of hang back ideally, but you can't do that. You need to keep generating that chip on top of the poison and letting it all work to your advantage.
And again, just using those V reversals to try to stop the offense from Supreme. Oh,
This
this
has been really clean stuff from Peter here. He's got really nice sequences going on, and Daigo has been basically all V reverses for quite a while. Questionable jump there from Peter, countered by Daigo's uppercut.
All right, well, he's kind of out of the corner thanks to Daigo's crossover.
Oh, no! It
Oh.
hurts. It hurts, and Daigo stealing another one back after a good run from Peter. I like the way he plays, but that's another genuine danger for Fong as a character. His damage cap is low. He's got a relatively low damage potential in any given situation, which means you have to balance on that high wire act all game. You've got to keep it going, stay in that zone, and you know that characters like Ryu with the big damage can just snatch it away.
Yeah, and especially
what we
if you
saw.
look, that was 2 rounds in a row that Daigo finished with supers.
Yeah.
You know, Tokido was the first person that I always noticed that he was just ending rounds with supers because he knew he could build it back
Always,
up.
yeah.
And that's
Super does build very fast in
Yeah.
5 relative to
Yeah.
other games, yeah.
Exactly. So smart usage. I see a lot of times, sometimes people do hold on to meter just a little too long.
I think that's you can't ever say it's always a mistake, and the attraction for why you'd want to hold the meter makes sense, but in this game, I think it's, especially in a tournament situation, leave it all out there on the field.
Well, him and Supreme was a semifinals match, and Daigo will be playing winners finals a little bit later on stream.
Good stuff to him. We'll look forward to that.
But looks like we have coming up next is going to be Arizona's Driftwood going up against Mad Booface. Now, I know I've seen Mad Booface. I've definitely seen the name.
Let me give you a little bit of history on Mad Booface.
Okay.
This is a former Chicago player.
Ah, okay.
If I don't miss my guess, yes, I can't see him clearly. He's lurking in the shadows down there, but I believe that to be him. We have the bright lights in our face.
Yes.
Interfering with my view, but I believe this to be, unless there are 2 Mad Boofaces floating around.
Which would be very interesting.
Not impossible. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, look, there's 2 Jamie Chens. There's 2
That
James
is indeed
Chens.
Mad Bootface. That's
Yeah,
okay.
so I mean, like that's crazy enough already.
Look.
So of course there could be 2 Mad Boofaces.
Same thing. Chen, Mad Bootface. What's the difference?
Exactly.
Driftwood. Tell me your view on Driftwood right now.
He was he was a strong player. He came to SoCal from Arizona, lived out here for a little while.
That's right, and then moved sort of back
to
as I
Arizona.
recall. Yes.
Yeah, both him and Velociraptor. So Velociraptor came out to SoCal, then Driftwood followed, then Driftwood went back, and then Velociraptor went back. So
couldn't hack it in the tough
that's
LA
how it
City.
works, man. I mean, look, that's what BJ Unchained did. He came down and was like, you know what, I can't hack it. It's got to go back.
Is that? I don't think that's quite the situation as I understand it.
But Driftwood, I mean, he had a very solid and strong Fei Long.
I remember that,
in Street Fighter 4.
He was like right on the cusp of like, he was capable of beating some of the very strongest players.
In fact, he won 1 Wednesday night fights, and I remember he was just ecstatic about that.
I don't remember, boy, this shows you, like, I either watched that or was there. But I remember that exact one. He couldn't believe it. He was getting hyped, and it was a nice Cinderella story in the context of Wednesday night fights. Mad Booface, I haven't heard from this guy in a while. I've not seen him play Street Fighter V, but he is a long-term competitor.
The names are backwards. So Driftwood is the one on the right, Mad Booface is the one on the left over there. I mean, I think I probably listened to that when Driftwood won. Heard Vicious on the mic, and I was like, maybe I'm there too.
Who knows where we are?
Exactly.
In our virtual world of today.
Oh, wow, look at that. Mad Booface just going right in there. Lots of dashes and trying to stay aggressive. but in that, you know, not in a over.
No, it's pretty safe control so far. He's making it count. It's definitely swinging back and forth, keeping it close. Driftwood with a nice side from range. Little drop. Wants back in. And that side has been the difference in this round, for as subtle as it is. Yeah, okay, there I was like, where are the sonic booms from Mad Buffet, or excuse me, from Driftwood? And he gets hit by the cross-up. That's all there is to it. Got to be ready for it. Nice closeout from Driftwood. He didn't completely earn it, but it is a legitimate mix-up.
I'm wondering if the names are backwards right now, because they were backwards a little bit early, and it looks like Driftwood was on the right side. Yeah, I think Driftwood is the one using Karen, actually, and I think Mad Blueface is the one on Nash.
That would make sense in terms of the position they're seated in.
Right.
And I would also think Karen is a little bit more of a Driftwood kind of character, but we will see. Definitely carries over the Wreck-It tradition from Street Fighter 4.
Alright, well, if it is indeed the switch now, Mad Blueface is with a huge life lead now.
Oh, went for the overhead, silenced, but there with the jab.
Alright, so Mad Blueface taking again. Well, I mean, if we switch back and maybe can see their expressions and see which ones
It does appear that the names have switched up top, and that is a Mad Boo face right there.
Well, he's smiling, so,
Yeah.
you know, I'm assuming that means he won, unless he's a masochist and just
Yeah,
really enjoys losing.
I don't like that sign when you see a loser smiling about the match afterwards. That's usually the sign of a incoming repeat loser.
And then we also saw Driftwood leaning over and talking. That's usually a sign of you losing, like, what should I do? What should I do? All right.
What now? I said, just go in. This guy's got no defense. And so far, that looks like it might be true. Oh, almost in a position to punish that V reversal. He wants that range.
Mad Blueface has definitely had some good ranges on those Sonic sights.
Yeah, the Sonic side that I honestly feel like has been one of the difference makers in the match and kept Karen at bay. I like it.
Yeah, just like that. Mad Blueface just kind of chipping away at damage has kind of come back into this fight.
Definitely from the sort of old school style of Nash, pioneered by infiltration. You want to attack just a little bit outside of that comfort zone for Karen. Outside of her sweep range, a lot of backdashes. Sonic side, if they try and close the distance, if spaced properly, it will be safe. He had that backdash and got Karen to commit, but no punish.
Gets a throw in like that.
And there's the overhead.
Wow, I mean, that was a complete turnaround in that round.
It was, yeah. Driftwood went in at the beginning of the round, had a lot of success, and then Mad Blueface just turned down the temperature on the match and said, we're going to play from back here, and Driftwood looking a little bit helpless. Not quite sure what to do at range. It's like, I came here to hit buttons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, finally, nice punish on the Sonic side there.
Yeah, it's one of the first times he's actually managed to get some good damage against that. All right, gets the crush counter, but doesn't really do much with it. Okay, again, punish the Sonic side.
That could be a difference maker, we'll see.
Close to stun, but actually closer to death, probably.
Yeah, he won't need the stun at this point.
Oh, well, we saw Mad Blueface steal that last round. Can he do it again?
Does not have the V trigger queued up. We'll see if he goes a little more aggressive, but it looks like he's pretty content to stick to his game plan.
Okay, smart.
I think so too. You don't want to give him the plus frames after that. Wow, no counter on that. Just lets him jump in uncontested. I like it. In there.
All right. Oh, and gets it. Wow, that was
such a long distance. Did he? Was he trying to hit a button?
Yeah.
What do you think he was doing there?
I felt like Mad Blueface had to have pushed a button in there.
But why would you be put? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's let it sail into the.
Into one of the mysteries of fighting games that will never be answered.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna use
Good
the
pressure
meter.
here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Close
And
to stun.
Will it be the throw? Yes, that is exactly what I
yeah.
wanted to see. It's like, this is the situation where Mad Blueface has reversaled every time so far. Okay, will he put him in the throw blender? No. Shows him a little bit of respect, just says, I want to back off. And now back in, I like it. Switching it up a little, gets the crush counter.
This is gonna be big damage.
There, oh,
he
drops.
misses it. And that is gonna be such a problem because he almost had him at stun, and just like that, Driftwood
Steals it back, and Driftwood can't even believe it. He's like, I don't really know how I got away with that, but indeed he did.
Definitely an exhale there from Driftwood.
And that, honestly, I mean, you could say that wasn't clean play. It slipped away a little bit, but that is a huge part of tournaments right there.
Oh, yeah.
It's just you have it, you have to maintain that focus. If you don't maintain that focus, Players at this level can just steal it away from you very quickly, let it slip through your hands. Driftwood consulting with a panel of experts over there, or at least a panel. We'll see what their expertise actually nets him here.
Well, Vicious definitely plays a lot of Karen, so running up there trying to give him some advice.
Mad Booface doing the Chicago, he walks alone.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by this little kid getting to meet Daigo Umehara, and it's
very
like the
sweet.
most adorable thing ever. Sorry. Anyways, Driftwood now getting in there.
And he says, I got a little throw blender of my own. And
right.
I like it. He's calling him on the carpet saying, oh, wow. And he didn't just try and get out of the corner. He said, I'm coming down on top of you. And closes that life distance. Driftwood not afraid, but neither is Mad Booface, not backing down here. I like that he's risen to Driftwood's challenge. Driftwood still swinging.
Oh, but did
drops.
you cancel?
Oh, gets the counter. Nice block, and that is punishable. I think that was a legit punish.
Woo, I think so. I think so, yeah. And now Driftwood at match point. And again, you know, you felt like maybe he got away with one in the last game, but how many times have you lost a tournament from something like that?
Yeah.
You know, it evens itself out eventually.
Oh, goes for the throw. He says, I won't be this close that time. Oh, he runs right into it. And again, nice shuffle step with the throw.
Okay, wins the air-to-air.
Good break. Will it be the V-reversal? I like that he anticipated that. Went straight for the throw again. Said no V-reversal opportunities for you.
Don't quick rise, just stay on the
Oh no,
ground.
terrible. Mad Booface going to be dizzied, and that should be it when he'll build super. Wow.
That whole
That
situation,
feels bad, man.
That whole situation came because Mad Booface was so insistent on the quick rise. He quick rise 4 times in a row and forced himself into that mix-up.
Exactly.
If he had just stayed on the ground, that might have thrown Driftwood off just a little bit, or just kind of set something different
And
up.
at least force him to prove that I still have the alternate timing on this mix-up. Yeah. And instead, he wanted to rise to the challenge and not be sort of bullied off the point. Paid the ultimate price. So Mad Booface going down.
But you know what? You can get 20% off that price with the discount code of Pro Tour 2016 if you visit xsplit.com/CPT. And of course, we are sitting on these awesome Vertigear chairs right now. Very comfortable. Feels like I'm sitting on a cloud.
You know, I gotta stop and admire your shout-out tech here to Vertigear. Your segue was not even a proper segue, but your voice changed like you were segueing into it. And that seemed to cover the distance. I was really impressed with that. It's like just tonally you were able to shift the feeling to like, let's shout out our sponsors, including the Capcom Pro Tour. They've got some of these beautiful shirts lined up. Show them what you're all about on the streets while you're out and about. Amazon.com, Capcom Pro Tour. The Pro Tour tees are there and waiting for you. I don't honestly know what that what the kanji shirt says, but I'm sure it's something cool.
Furin Kazan. That is on.
I don't know what that means.
That's on Ryu's belt. It's also on the Ryu sign.
Yes, I've seen that, but I have no idea what it is. I know where it is, but I still don't know what it is. Yeah.
It's basically Wind Forest, Fire Mountain.
Right, yes. That's
Apparently a lot of people have tweeted me that it's from like a passage from Sun Tzu. Or Sun Tzu, that everyone, Sun Tzu, who people
the
talk
art of
about.
war, yes.
And it's like a passage of like, it's kind of like the Be a Man song from Mulan, you know, like you must be swift as the coursing river.
Sun Tzu is kind of like the Mulan song.
You know, it's a similar thing, you know.
If I could flip this table right now, I would like to flip this table. This is an outrage.
All right, fine. Okay.
Sun Tzu is Sun Tzu.
Fair enough.
Let's agree to disagree. Yeah. Okay, we got CR Footwork coming up against VSF Jinty here from the UK. Yeah. Shout out to the UK. It's been stepping up its game and its scene for quite a long time, going very deep against a strong Japanese field just recently. We'll see if a VSF Jinty has picked up any of those techniques. It'll be a Ken-Ken.
Yeah, Europe has definitely been very strong, even in games like Mortal Kombat with Foxy Grandpa.
That's true, yeah.
There, yeah. And then Phenom, of course, or Phenom, winning DreamHack recently.
Yeah, against a strong field.
Well, we've got Ken versus Ken here from Footwork and Jinty. Of course, Footwork in the green.
Yes.
Oh, that was really
I like that
cute.
side switch, yeah. And more just keeping the corner. Wow.
Oh, here we go. UK starting off strong here.
And Footwork on notice here. He's got to fight for his life. Crouching short, a little bit mistimed on the meat. He gets thrown.
Oh, he went for the empty jump, and Jinty sniffed it out. Was able to block it, and that kind of ended Footwork's offense, because you can tell he was banking his comeback on that empty jump. And as soon as I got blocked, he didn't have a plan B.
Oh, I really like that. The EX out of the air just jabs him and then acts like he's going to side switch, stays in the front, lands the damage. Jinty's here to play.
Oh, wow. Wasn't expecting the run cancel, got the counter hit.
Good tech.
A little bit badly distanced, and this is going to be damage. Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, not quite what I was expecting,
No.
but he should be able to get some good damage
and
out of this.
The super straight into it. I think that will be the end of Footwork. Not quite hanging on by the invisible thread.
Oh,
it's still the guts to just stop out of the run, dash back, land the short. Footwork is going to need to turn up his internal volume to hang with Jinty here.
See Footwork thinking about it. Of course, he is in control of continuing. There we go.
Yeah, some of the curious quirks of this game with the one player gets to call the tune.
Yep.
Nice uppercut.
All right, once again getting that throw bait out.
Counter strong. These guys both clearly know the footsies match here. I like the stand jab right into the throw.
All right, I like that Jinty was ready for the run cancel.
Just challenging those false run cancels, saying this is not safe on block.
This is not a real thing.
Yes. But that's part of the magic of Street Fighter, is calling out what is real and what is not.
Yep.
And even things that are not real, if they're working, that's real enough. Catches him. That one is real. With the V-trigger activation. Jinty, okay. His own, sees if he can bait something out. No bite from Footwork.
All right, he's going to spend the EX meter, get some good damage, corner carry.
And the overhead.
Thunder kick is going to take it for Footwork. All right. Footwork gets on the board now. Let's see if that builds up some confidence for him.
Jinty, I like it. The bold, crouch strong, anti-air from behind, runs to the other side. It's a crafty guy. Pressure. Searching.
Oh, no!
Had to be an input error.
Yeah, probably wanted to go into a fireball. Yeah, you're right, you're right.
Wow, the second hit of that roundhouse, catching him out of the air.
Post the stun. Oh, wow, let's do the wake-up uppercut. Let's do it. And it worked out, because uppercut into V-skill is not even safe.
No, and he still landed it. Had to hit to be able to pay it off.
Oh, and again into that super.
And that is the danger of getting overexcited when you're really feeling yourself in those situations. You feel like nothing can go wrong. My reversals are all working. And Jinty now, match point. Work says, I'm just going to test you with this roundhouse.
Gets the crush counter. Confirm into the fierce uppercut.
Again, and no, stays in the corner. It could be a questionable choice.
Okay,
nice neutral jump. Yeah. And great damage at such a long range to land the neutral jump. Gets him with the shimmy. Yeah.
Footwork has been very vulnerable to the shimmy, and I like that Jinty just went with the mashable counter.
I was really impressed with Jinty's play. Like, it was very clean throughout. Like, smart bets, a little bit of tech, nice dose of tech, and sad to see a guy named Footwork get beaten out by the shimmy like that at the end. This Footwork is where he needs the work at that point.
There you see Daigo, handshakes.
The winners finals pool match between Daigo the Beast and R. Thomas 5000. I like that. Rather than, you know, there's a bunch of R. Thomases on Twitter. Am I going to be R. Thomas 27? No, I'm going big. R. Thomas 5K. 1K, not big enough. Up again, 5K, let's do it.
That's the motto of this EVO, right? Go big or go home, right? So let's just do it.
Is that the motto? Well, I guess we've been going pretty big this year, that's for sure. But, yeah, beautiful stuff so far.
Well, this is going to be an interesting match here. I got to imagine this is pretty far along in their brackets.
Wow, yeah. Brent is cool. We'll be facing off against another name you might remember from Street Fighter 4, Peru.
That's right. And Brent is cool, of course, now part of the infamous Trinity in California.
I don't know if they're three guys. I will give them that. I don't know, Trinity has like these holy overtones to me. I'm like, look, these guys are all real good, but I don't know if I'm willing to go holy quite yet.
Okay.
But
okay,
Shada, I know
okay.
you got your SoCal. You bleed.
What about
you
like
bleed purple.
the Morpheus or the Neos or something like that instead? I don't
Well,
know.
they're a little close to biblical style figures, like some good Ken players. I don't know if I can quite give it to them. But shout out to having a cool name. Yes, but they are indeed known as the big three. Brent is cool. A guy I think hasn't quite been able to establish himself in quite the way that Chris T has, where Chris T feels like the constant threat to win Wednesday night fights. Brent usually petering out a little short of that.
Right.
But in the top, near the top, they share a lot of tech. They play together a lot. We'll see what he's got here today.
And it's interesting. He's going up against iPeru now. Remember, iPeru and Gustavo.
Yes.
From Utah.
808 Strider, yeah.
801 Strider.
801 Strider, sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies, Utah area code people.
Expect all the angry tweets now.
Yes.
Utah's 801, man. No, but those two players were very strong towards the end of Street Fighter 4, particularly Gustavo. I don't feel like they've quite found their footing yet here in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, I know Gustavo's been looking. I've seen iPeru play a couple of times, but not a lot, so I'll be curious to see what he brings in terms of Laura. Definitely sort of a spiritual successor to Abel in some regards. We'll see if can manage to bring any of that to bear.
Yep. All right, so Brent is cool on the right from Southern California. iPeru on the left from Utah. All right, immediately sending out the fireball to challenge the fireball setups from iPeru.
He gets away with the run against Laura. Okay, Laura gets the position she wants. Nice counter poke from iPeru.
All right, gonna get the
Crush counter,
Yeah.
cancels it right out into damage. And Brent waking up with the hurricane kick. Now, that is a pretty fancy wake up. Like, it's an advanced kind of read against some players. But it's surprisingly lower risk than it might seem.
Oh, wow, just going with the armor. Perhaps gonna try to go through a fireball or something. Not able to punish that run cancel.
And the one thing I was going to say, yeah, exactly. iPeru has not shown punishes to the fallacious run cancels from Brent is cool.
Right.
That, of course, is a true confirm.
Oh,
Here we go. What's he going to go? No. Brent is cool says, no shenanigans. I got an uppercut in store. Will he close it out? Not quite.
Not quite enough.
Last chance.
And just gets it with a meaty stand jab. You saw the counter hit. It looked like iPeru tried to challenge with a button.
And Laura in that kind of situation, again, a character very weak on the wake-up side of things. She has to really commit to get her counters in.
All right.
And he blocks the V reversal.
Okay, he's in the corner, but did a very good job on the defense there. Usually when Ken gets you in the corner, that's when things kind of go downhill.
And I'll give the shout out to the mistake-o-meter. iPeru keeping his mistake-o-meter very low. Now getting a little bit of juice on the front, threatening Dizzy. What'll it be? Oh, and he gets the reversal. Too tricky for his. Oh, good. What is going on?
Yeah, he had a lot of opportunities there that he dropped. Had the stun all ready to go, and it's not going to happen. Oh, okay, challenge the run cancel.
But again, no follow-up. And finally the V-trigger comes out, and iPeru looks like he's playing underwater, but still able to close it out against Brent is cool. He's nodding. He looks confident, but that was, yeah, some pretty shaky stuff there from iPeru. But as long as he has the round, maybe he can flush it from his mind and show us what he's got. Clearly knows his way around the character. Finally, challenging the false run cancel, not letting Brent is cool run in. Searching. Brent cleanly over. Fireball from Laura, and again trying to cross him up with that forward hurricane, but that mix-up has been blocked every single time I have seen it on stream today.
All right, good counter to the run cancels. I mean, Brent definitely likes to confirm to the run cancels, you know, in situations like that where it's not a real thing.
Yeah, a little bit shaky, and he likes to test you and see if he can bait out a big reaction. Oh, that hurts. Laura spent the meter, got nothing. She wants it again.
But I just like Brent hanging back, you know, just not even wanting to deal with it.
There's a smart counter from Brent. I would have liked to see a little bit more creativity from iPeru there on the counter. Brent jumped in. Charging it all the way up. It's going to have a little bit more endurance, but that is the problem with that fireball. You know, you can always just wait it out.
Oh, but nothing. He was really waiting for that
uppercut.
I like that.
Yeah, Brent did not bite that time. He showed uppercut pre. Oh, no follow-on. I thought he might have been able to get a roundhouse there.
Oh, man.
Basic pressure, and Brent is cool also keeping the mistake-o-meter down low. I like that he goes with the overhead, but good block from Peru.
Oh, wow, and a crouching strong just like that.
And that is just a high-pressure situation, back and forth in there.
And that,
Game 1 to Brent.
those expressions basically say everything. Brent is kind of looking around like, okay, I kind of got away with that one,
Yeah.
and I survived. And Peru just like, man, I can't believe he got away with that one.
Peru, a bit of a bodybuilder. I think he's got a little Affleck in him. Looking a little Affleck-like.
It's not the first time I've heard that, actually.
Really?
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, good. I don't feel as alone. You left me hanging after I said that. And you were like, silence. Look, you are a weirdo.
Oh, wow. Traded with the Fierce Bull Charge and another trade.
Just coming in.
Third trade.
Gets caught in the noggin. Side switch. Nice throw tech.
And he's going to keep him in the corner there with that Fierce Bull Charge. Gets the command throw.
See if he can get this mix-up going. Here comes the V-trigger, and that's...
Oh, try to chase
nice.
it down, but nice air hurricane to
Very
gain
smart
a little
for Brent.
extra height.
Yeah. Just getting out of there. The EX Fireball, of course, plus Wildcat is in V-trigger.
Oh.
And he gets the completion. Now, I'd heard that some of the changes included some of the properties to that particular juggle that Brent is Cool just pulled off. I have not seen any evidence of that. I have not noticed anybody dropping it to any greater degree. In fact, it looks like it's been a more solid completion rate to me.
Right.
So
I heard it also had to kind of do with it on whiff or something like that you can still cancel it or something that maybe that doesn't happen anymore. But I'm not 100% sure what that change was. Yeah.
Peru fighting for his life. I like the side switch, but Brent is Cool is ready for it with the throw tech, and nice clean uppercut on the little over-aggression from Peru with the jump in.
Okay.
Oh,
Gets
and again,
caught,
he wanted to go anti-air, but he didn't quite have it queued up in time. Very difficult to find an answer to that EX. Oh, and that should be
that's it right there. Yeah, Brent is Cool is going to take it over Peru. He advances forward,
and again, I'm going to go back to a comment you made at the beginning of the match, that these guys are struggling to find their footing a little bit so far in 5. I felt like I saw a lot of really strong ideas out of Peru. I thought I saw some inspiration, obviously some understanding, some good reactions, and yet not able to find that missing extra ingredient needed to elevate above and beyond the other player. So I look forward to seeing more of those guys play. I've been really impressed with their play historically, but yeah, you could sense like it's just not quite there for them yet.
There's like one piece missing.
Yes,
right
exactly.
Now.
There's one thing, where, and you know that moment where the light bulb comes on and you're like, aha, standing forward or whatever it is that's the button I've been missing, the critical missing element of my game plan.
The funny thing, too, is that honestly, that light bulb getting past that one wall is always one of the greatest moments when you're a fighting game player. It just feels good. Like when it happens, you're just like, I get it now. I get it now.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about some of the challenges players face in terms of learning fighting games. And what's great about a lot of popular games is they have these little sort of staircase stutter steps that you can slowly climb. And I feel like I'm going to get the name of the Egyptian pyramid, or the Mexican pyramids wrong, but it's like a Chichen Itza with like those giant fighting games with those giant steps where you have to like jump and struggle to get all the way up there on top. So in fighting games, it's easier to plateau and then have a hard time reaching that next plateau of skill and advancement. Those who stick in can really reap great rewards. It's super satisfying when you're able to do it, but they're not always small steps that you're able to just stride quickly.
And it's interesting too, in particular with Peru and with Gustavo. Because in the beginning of Street Fighter 4, like I always noted that I felt like that Gustavo and Peru didn't have that natural sense to the game, that they worked very hard at it. At the beginning of Street Fighter 4, they weren't the strongest of players. They're good. They weren't the strongest, but then by the end, Gustavo was one of the strongest players, and I felt like that was through a lot of hard work and dedication.
Agreed.
And then even at one point in time, Gustavo said it himself. He's like, I am not a natural at this game. I worked hard to get to this point.
And that's what I love. I show a lot of respect for that. So this is indeed a winners finals match, as I understand, between BST Dago and Thomas. 5K.
Again, go big or go home. Like, let's just go 5K. Let's do it.
Give me all the Ks. Dago landing the sweep.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and E trigger up. Fat damage.
Dago just maintaining that pressure. He doesn't want to lose the stun. So he's making sure at least that Thomas is always blocking something.
And I do like that Thomas blocked that overhead, but then he a little over-aggressive there. Dago with the finding the jabs to send him dizzy. Big uphill climb for Thomas.
But here's the start.
And I like that Daigo took that throw in that situation because an uppercut in that situation is a path to potentially losing the round. So he's willing to just take it.
But again, Daigo using that V reversal, he understands the flow of a match, that momentum.
I think exactly. Well said. Well said.
Yeah, and Thomas started getting a little bit of that momentum, and Daigo said, you know what, I just want to stop this right now. I don't care if you get hit by it or whatever. I just want to throw you off your game plan.
Shut it down. Take a little chunk off my dizzy meter in case that's building. And yeah, that's a huge aspect of it. And let's not forget, those things do damage. You can't kill with them, but it's not insignificant damage that the V reversals actually do if they hit.
Oh, that's punishable, yep.
Exactly.
Oh, he's going to confirm. Get a big chunk of damage. And
it's not the ideal situation to do that, but I don't disagree with the idea. And I like that stutter step, bob and weave, lands the throw. Daigo on death's door here.
All right, once again, just switching it around. You see all that health down. Now he just has to hit him with one tiny thing.
And Daigo correctly assessing that this guy is going to do as little as he's going to take as few risks as possible. So I know I don't have to do anything. I like the adjustments there from the Beast, and congrats to Thomas for hanging in there, staying tough, not letting Daigo steal it back without big risks.
Well, I think that was actually Daigo taking
Sorry,
it.
yeah, that was, He knew that, yeah.
It's Ryu versus Ryu, you know.
He smelled the stutter step jabs.
All right, so now it looks like Thomas trying to get some advice from his friends, trying to see what he can do. I mean, he's made it this far, obviously, very capable player. Daigo.
And Daigo, of course, in white, saying, okay, what else you got? I got 2 parries.
All right.
Some real classic Street Fighter going down here.
Yeah, Daigo said, okay, you want to throw some fireballs? I can play some fireballs with you. Okay, here we go. Thomas getting in there. That withstand roundhouse is really hard to whiff punish.
Ooh, nice read. Countering the fireball at range with the Hurricane. Fishing with that stand roundhouse. Good punish from Thomas 5K.
And now Thomas looks like trying to throw some of those strategies back against him, using the V reversal to stop Daigo's momentum.
Nice crouching strong there from the Beast as an anti-air against the neutral jump. But again, just some pretty clean back and forth, good old footsies action.
Okay, gets the crush counter sweep.
He's going to go right at him. He says, what do you got? You're in position.
And then just walks up and catches him. Knew he was going to try to walk back.
Very clean.
All right.
Thomas 5K put to the test here.
Daigo at match point now.
Needs to elevate.
Okay.
He's got a bunch of hits landing here, but it's loose change right now. Not able to put it together into what looks like a coherent plan.
You can definitely win getting these little hits, but like you said, it feels more like kind of like loose change as opposed to, you know.
Yeah, picking up all the quarters from your couch. You can get yourself a meal, but it's hard. That's the hard way.
Right. Gotta be careful now, because Daigo's sitting on all that meter.
He wants to just shut it down with a V reversal. Daigo is ready for it.
Oh, wow. Okay, he had that all ready to go. Catches the neutral jump. And
keeping the pressure.
One touch from him is going to be into super.
It's going to be right at death's door. Thomas 5K does wake up, says, let's bet. Let's gamble big, Beast.
And then a point blank overhead. Like,
Daigo has gone to the overhead basically every time. I think at this stage in the tournament, he's just saying, prove that you're smart enough to block it.
Right.
And Thomas has blocked it previously. He did block it early on in the game when it would have cost him the round, but not that time.
Yep. And Daigo, that means qualifies out of his pool then.
We'll be moving on.
Winners finals, yep.
Exactly. So congratulations to him and all the Daigo fanboys and girls around the world.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of them. I mean, I know a lot of players out there, a lot of people, as I mentioned before, choosing him to go very, very, very far.
It is. Whether that's Daigo himself has not expressed extreme confidence at this point. He says he refers to his play as sort of a work in progress. He's building maybe a beautiful foundation for the house that will be set up there, but it's not done yet. Yeah. So I look forward to seeing what he has up in store for us.
Yeah, and Capcom Pro Tour store has some T-shirts in store for us here. Capcom Pro Tour, you see the classic blue up at the top. I like the little artsy 2016 win, rinse, repeat. And I actually am a huge fan of that, of the Furin Kazan shirt there. The Mulan shirt.
Or Mulan, as it's known. Yeah. Sun Tzu would be not just rolling in his grave, but spinning.
Yeah, if you hear a big slam, that's Seth Killian smacking me over the head with a
like
water
an anti-air crush counter. He's just spinning and rotating freely in air.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to check out XSplit. Capcom Pro Tour is broadcast. The broadcast is powered by XSplit. You can get a 20% discount with the code ProTour2016. A lot of very key FGC members joining that XSplit team.
That's true. They brought in, of course,
Spooky.
Yeah, I look forward to surprises, but he is. Yeah, I would have thought Balrog. Balrog definitely, to me, has some elements of Dudley, but feel-wise, he doesn't really.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem Dudley-ish. So I could see that the aspects of the character that Smug might love, particularly in the 4 series, are definitely different with Balrog. Plus, it might be just too new of a character for him to want to approach. Looking at a field like this of 5,000 competitors, the largest of all time in the history of ever, as my friend Mike Ross said earlier today.
I mean, one of the things that I really do think Pi Smug likes about this character, she does have some of those corner resets, and you know that Smug loves those resets.
Indeed.
And mix-ups afterwards. We haven't seen a lot of the Karen players go for that corner mix-up yet, so it's very interesting.
Keeping it a little honest so far. Yeah. Mix-up department. Smug, again, smartly owning that. That low forward was not meant to strike his opponent. It was meant to attack the area where he anticipated his opponent would be. And that's what drove Fatty into the corner.
All right.
Sweep, sweep. Wow. I love that standing fierce.
So far, yeah.
That was a clean read. Nice counter. Smelling hesitance, said this guy's going to want to block in this situation. He doesn't want to go out. Perfect opportunity to throw. Smug capitalizes.
Yeah, and one of the things, too, is that Smug... Well, actually, never mind. I'll talk about that in
a longer story for another time?
Yeah.
Smug all over. Oh! Smug turning up the volume, saying, okay, I got a read on you right now. Oh, interesting. Looked like just a drop combo. May have been attempted a reset, but Smug in a commanding lead here so far. Fishes with the neutral jump. When that doesn't draw a bite from the fish, then he has out with the low forward, and he ran right into the low forward.
Yeah, one of the things...
Game 1, Smug.
What I did want to say was that Smug... He just, when he played Dudley, he had this reputation for being this combo monster. And, you know, it's like Dudley looked so broken and everything like that. And
after being basically ignored by the competitive community,
And the reason why I like the Karen pick is honestly Smug's footsies are so good.
Yes.
His footsies are so strong.
And that was really that and sort of a bloodthirstiness, knowing when the opponent was scared, right?
Yes.
That was really, I think, the secret to it. So what people remember are the combos, but what made it all possible was the great reads and the great footsies from Smug. So I agree that that's an interesting analysis, pointing out why Karen might be a strong choice for him.
Because Karen is pretty much like footsies the character in this game, you know?
I think the players may have been warned off of training stage. They're saying we got to keep the stages fun.
And you know, I mean, some of the new stages, I mean, even just the old stages recolored, some of them look really nice. I really like the nighttime stages a lot.
Yes, beautiful. Shoutouts to the Alpha 2 Tranquil Field.
Oh, speaking of one of the nighttime colored stages, here we got Shadowloo Field in the dark.
And there, Smug has been landing that over and over again. Neutral into then the quick low forward, knowing that his opponent will try and dash in.
Neutral jump is a really powerful tool in Street Fighter V.
Agreed.
I feel like its effectiveness has grown humongously in this game.
James, I'm glad you said it. I have a theory about that, which I will share with you after this match. Smug putting a heat on Fatty, or a hurting on Fatty here. And there he is again with that same tactic, the neutral jump into the low forward. Setting, all right, I'm going to dash back.
All right, Fatty getting in there. Yeah, trying to get in there. Here comes Smug, gets right in there with the throw. One more hit is all it's going to be that takes it. Watch out for surprise shoulder.
And Smug saying, I'm not going to commit to anything. Fatty saying, I don't want to go in either. Goes for the sweep, cancels it with V-trigger anyway. But looks a little helpless here, but finds the Rekkas. Cross up, not going for throw, wants some bigger damage, and is now right on the threat of super. He will build super if he can connect.
Is. Yeah, and a great confirm, and he's going to be able to steal that round from Smug.
And I like, broadly, Smug's strategy there of hanging back and not wanting to overcommit because the opponent needed to close the distance. He had such a big life lead, but he really let one slip through his fingers there. And that is, again, coming down to all the meter they build.
Gets the crush counter sweep.
And he knew that standing short,
yeah.
is a little bit too far away. Now, Karen, talk to me about her grab range. I think it's one of the better grab ranges in the game. Is that incorrect?
I'd have to look. I definitely have talked to Frame Trap Tom about that a lot on Twitter. He has a lot of information on that throw.
Smug getting the corner work done just like the old Smug that we know and love. Closing it out, spends the meter, very smart. Look at that giant chunk of damage.
Yeah.
And it is now going to be match point for Pi Smug. Oh, I like that counter to the neutral jump from Smug. Fatty finally making an adjustment there, and a smart one, and now you see Smug not going to the air quite as often.
Well, Fatty's only one round away. He gets the throw. Trying to figure out his way in, and he's sitting there again on that full bar. So one hit, and you see Smug spins the meter right away and goes for the reset mix-up, but
doesn't quite land it.
Yeah, drops the combo a little bit, and Fatty sitting on full V-trigger, full super meter. This round is barely over yet. Well, it's going to be very close. Yeah, never mind. This round is over.
Yes, this round is not quite. Oh, it's over. Yeah.
And
so
there it is.
Checking in with your comment about the efficacy of the neutral jumps, I think you, of course, are aware that they changed away from the old system of near and far normals, where there'd be proximity normals, and it used to also be that jumping, of course, you had different normals when you jumped forward versus when you jumped neutral.
Yes.
So the fact that they have clearly designed a lot of the normals around keeping them effective in a jump towards kind of situation, in effect makes them more effective than a lot of the old jump normal or jump neutral normals might have been in past days.
Yeah.
So I think because they keep the jump forward normals in a neutral state, broadly speaking, you get a lot wider range than you had historically from a neutral jump. Not in every character case, but in most character cases, I think that's true, making that neutral jump strategy a lot more potentially effective.
I mean, all you have to do is just like for people who come from a Street Fighter 4 background, is give Cammy her diagonal jump attacks on her neutral jump, and now Cammy's broken. Because her jump roundhouse was ridiculous when she was going diagonal, with the angle
it was a huge range.
Yeah, and her neutral jump, they designed all the moves purposely not to hit in a very decent range. And as soon as you give her regular jump moves into the neutral jump, it would be really, really good. So
I remember that was one of my first experiences with 5, is thinking about Bison's huge jumping roundhouse, and I was like, yo, I got this in neutral? And as it turns out with Bison's playstyle and his floaty jump, not super relevant, but I was just mentally noting,
point is there.
This is a kind of a game changer. Neutral jump is a thing. Not with this floaty character, but somebody else, like Karen.
And it's weird to me, too, because I'm so used to seeing Ryu's jump neutral roundhouse be that one where his hands are in front of him and he just kind of kicks. When I see the diagonal jump roundhouse on a neutral jump, it still looks weird to me. It actually does look weird. So, but
decades of bad habits.
And as you can see on the screen, we just had the XSplit promo code once again, and now the Vertigear promo codes. Grab one of these Vertigear chairs and all sorts of different styles and colors as well. You can see the red one has higher, where your legs are. Yeah. And they definitely have the pillows for your head and the lumbar supports.
And of course, PlayStation, who's helping us bring it all together here. The presenting sponsor of the Capcom Pro Tour. Yeah, good friends, and of course, all the action going down on the PlayStation 4 console.
That's right. That's right. Of course, the platform of choice for the Capcom Pro Tour. So if you are planning to compete in the Capcom Pro Tour, it is best for you to practice on the PlayStation 4.
That's where the action goes down. Up next, it's going to be some losers finals action with KSB Kojikog, a name we've heard a little bit in the Street Fighter V realm. He became sort of a fan favorite.
Yes.
This guy looks a little crazy. He walks a little crazy. Everything about him designed to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Famous T-Hawk from the Street Fighter 4 era.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But he was such a fan favorite because, it's interesting. I know I've heard a lot of people have said, for example, the Japanese players, they're a lot more calm. They're a lot more reserved.
A little bit more reserved, yeah, typically. I think that's fair.
KOG, there's no reservation in this man at all whatsoever. When he showed up to EVO last year in T-Hawk garb.
That's right.
And he is a small, scrawny little guy. And then I remember on the EVO stage when he won a match, he just ran around in circles.
It was nuts. And I just remember falling in love with him the first time I saw him was a match where he did, T-Hawk had that terrible dash. Forward dash, and he did triple dash into ultra. And I was like, yo, right?
This guy is the best.
That takes some guts. or something. I don't know exactly if it's necessarily gets.
But it looks like Koji KOG is going with
Is that a
birdie.
Interesting.
I can
Wouldn't
kinda see
expect,
this.
yeah, that's a surprise to me. It definitely Birdie doesn't quite have, at least in my experience, the kind of explosive potential. He's a little bit more of a control hang back
true.
character.
Yeah,
He does
that's true.
have a chance to sort of come in and burn you a few times. But Mika would be the one I would expect for Koji historically, but instead that's who we'll be facing in his opponent, NSM Smash Ketchum.
I like the fact that he's, you know, finds it very bright here in the.
The shades. I compare these guys to high stakes poker players all the time, and I like that. I like the sequence here.
Oh, well, there's a bit of crazy right away from Koji KOG.
And with the crush counter, what is happening?
I don't know.
Can he hit a button that doesn't hit?
Okay,
It's
well,
clipped by
then Disco,
Nadeshko.
but no
Nothing.
follow-up afterwards. Yeah.
And he jumps right out of the command throw attempt. Oh, get out of town. One read after another. Smash Ketchum even smiling. He knows he's on blast.
Yep, and Koji KOG with that. You can tell he wanted to laugh more,
Yes.
but he was holding it back a little bit. Neutral jump. Oh, man. Using the jumping dead fish there.
And again, Smash just letting this stuff go.
What? Did he just
Nice
really
bullhorn.
just like in the middle of nowhere, he's like, you're going to jump.
He had a read.
No.
It was the same thing he did with the, yeah, the bull roarer grab
Oh,
into the
that's,
super.
one
Wow,
of
it's
those
dizzy.
that's one of those situations where if I was Smash Ketchum, I would look at him and be like, ha, I felt dizzy before you could super me. Take that.
When that's the best thing you have to look forward to, it's trouble.
Yes.
Maybe he needs some even darker shades.
Well, Koji KOG certainly making it seem like that Smash Ketchum can't see the screen at all.
I do like that he's got a fun birdie.
Okay, opportunity now for Smash.
Keeping it pretty standard, and Koji just jumps right out of trouble.
Man, he has had that neutral jump strong.
Triple
all
overhead.
day. Wow, another
Quadruple.
overhead. Let's do it again.
All
but it
right,
gets
shout outs
cut.
to Smash saying, no, all right, like you can have your fun some other day.
It's like, stop.
I'm
all
here to
right?
play
Look,
a tournament, not prance down the happy streets of Clown Town.
Grabs the V reversal.
I like it. I like it.
Smash Ketchum's friends. Look at that, giving him some arousing applause.
Yeah, Smash Ketchum. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, you got to call that out with more than a low short. Nice punish there from Koji. How does he get the crush counter after whiffing that thing?
Again.
Such reads.
And that's
the
a
dizzy.
stun. This time he's going to be able to land the super. Oh, he doesn't even need it. He doesn't want it.
No.
He wants to finish it with style.
But he's got another round, so I think that's certainly the right call for him to go. It is now match point for KSB's Koji Kog.
Throwing out the microphone.
Pretty safe.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
And in time to go for another
You know,
chain.
I haven't seen a lot of birdies go with the chain mix-ups all day, and it is working out for him.
Nice quick confirm. Headbutt into the super. Love that super anim.
Yeah.
Huge damage.
One of the best super animations.
Wow, what a call out.
He doesn't care.
No.
He wants to do it.
This guy's gambling. He's having a good time. Here comes Nadeshko, gets hit, but no follow-up again.
Oh, too close to
Yeah,
that
that had to be an
slide.
input error, I gotta think. That was probably the kick command.
Wow, let's just whip the chain into a jab headbutt. Let's do it.
Who says we can't?
Oh, wow. Beats
All right, this is a
the,
chance.
But
This airplane.
doesn't go for the reset. I feel like that was the opportunity to go for the
I
reset.
agree. He should not have cashed out for damage if he wanted to win that round, and it's going to be Koji moving on. What does his shirt say? Senior Nate?
Senior.
Senior Nafe. Yeah, it's from there are giant Japanese warehouses full of random foreign words on shirts. God bless them. Or maybe it's a big brand. I don't know. But Senior Nafe definitely seems like from the school of random foreign words. And it goes in waves, too, where there's like, I remember when German words on shirts, like first it was English words on shirts.
Okay.
Random, yeah, words would be cool, and then they switched to German. Like that was the cool foreign word to have on your shirt. Now maybe Spanish is coming up in the random shirt department.
All right. Oh, wow, we've got CJ Showstopper, noted Marvel player coming up
Indeed.
here. And you see Filipino champ, of course, CJ's very, very good friend.
Yeah,
and,
long time
and largest
sparring
critic,
partners.
too.
Oh,
And
yeah.
largest
No.
critic.
He is, CJ is long suffering at the hands of Filipino champs abuse. CJ is, yeah, they are good friends, but nobody blows up CJ harder than Champ.
Yeah, but he definitely does it because he cares, you know.
And he'll be up against Asuda from Japan, yeah. No, yeah, there's a lot of love between these guys.
Yeah, it always sounds like whenever I hear Champ chastise CJ, there's that sort of like father, you know, criticizing the son kind of thing, you know. It's just like you only criticize because you want to see him succeed.
You want to see him succeed. And CJ he does have a certain sort of like single-mindedness about the way he plays the game.
Yeah.
Like he'll sometimes be like, I'm going to do this. I don't care that statistically or whatever this is a bad play. I'm just going to go for it because this is what I feel at this moment.
Helmbreaker.
Yes. And so like later it's easy to look and be like, what are you doing? Like, come on, man. But that's what I love about CJ is he's a man of conviction. And we will see. I am not familiar with Asuda from Japan.
Yeah.
We'll see what he's bringing here today.
What was interesting, you know, I was talking about this a little bit earlier on stream. With so many Japanese players, that's the third most represented country here in EVO. Like, not all of them necessarily are going to be one known or two. They might not also be like we're at this point in time where we expect every Japanese player to come out here and be like, oh my God, this guy's like Daigo. They're ridiculous, you know, and it's not necessarily the case. So a lot of these guys probably.
It's a stereotype, people. It's a stereotype, yeah.
Oh, and he's going with Guile. That's so sick. Now, this is interesting because I've heard both directions.
I like it, the chain.
That Mika can be really good against Guile or really bad against Guile.
I do think this is a very interesting match with a lot of sort of specific situations. Let's see what CJ's got in store. I like the slide underneath, clean.
But not a clean meaty there. So the two low jabs and the flash kick. I like the anti-air though.
And gets the grab, pushing him towards the corner, bullying his way in. Oh, he's read it all the way.
Wow.
Big damage, but he loses the position.
Yeah.
Is he charging another roundhouse? He just says, I don't have to worry about this. Nice punish on the slide attempt there from CJ.
Okay, and he has not been able to build that V-trigger though, but he still might not actually need it. EX, oh, he walked up for the throw and it was just a little far right, but watch out for EX Sonic Booms, yeah. One of the biggest dangers, oh, he didn't quite get the punish on that.
Yeah, CJ has, from playing like a brilliant move,
oh.
Wow. So I will say I am actually a little disappointed that worked out for CJ because he played such a great round, and then at some point he decided I'm going to win by building my V-trigger and Nadeshkoing him against death.
Right.
And he basically shut his his game down and lost a ton of life in the process. Was able to close it out in the clutch, so good stuff. But that is, as a strategy, very, very questionable. Gets to the other side, beats the flash kick. Again, no invincibility frames on that flash kick without the EX. It is a very suspect move.
Okay, gets the crush counter, goes in there. Yes, nice job. Almost done, and he's going to get it. All right, Asuta.
And CJ really not able to get anything going in that round.
All right, so final round here in this first game. Here at Evolution 2016.
Gives him the peach, looking for it. I don't know what CJ is exactly hoping for from this range, but he seems like he wants to hold just outside of sweep range. I don't like the idea of trying to sweep under Sonic Booms. It's actually a fairly difficult kind of punish. It's super risky. It's blocked.
He's going to trying to keep himself safe.
Should be
that
safe,
way,
yeah. Basically willing to spend all that meter saying, you know, the opportunities to actually land the super are limited.
He could have flash kicked right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that standing fierce is actually not safe on block, but CJ unable to punish it. Throws him into the corner, is going to get the corner carry.
Yep, EX.
Oh, there
Gets
it is.
the counter
Oh.
and does not cash it out for damage. Goes for another reset. Also does not kill or dizzy. Straight
oh, throwing
Tricky
the wingless
call out.
airplane
Yeah.
out ahead of the jump. It's almost like Asuta jumped into it.
Exactly. I think he felt comfortable that Nadeshko would be coming down to clean up any mess if that did not connect. So an interesting strategy there from CJ. But what makes me nervous about this match is CJ Showstopper is like all on or all off. And can't be dropping things like that in this situation. And there he did not have the charge on the roundhouse, but that looks clearly like what he's looking for. Or corner carry. Nope.
Missed, but oh, was that a setup?
Yeah.
But didn't get the combo off of the counter hit towards medium. Now Asuta trying to keep him out of the way with those sonic booms, but again, that's not necessarily the right way to play Guile, is the massive sonic boom game.
It's complicated, and yeah, he's finally found pay dirt there, and things seem to go south there for CJ when he went for the crouching strong anti-air, got crossed up by Guile, and the crouching strong was really late for CJ. So it's time for him to get his head in the game, a little more focused, and that V-skill is also not something we've seen very often from Guile.
Right.
He has not been throwing the V-skill boom.
A couple of times he's tried, he's actually gotten a slide as a result from
I also
Mika.
feel like I've seen about 10 times more flash kicks than you typically see out of a Guile. Mika queued up with all the resources, spends a little bit there to try and get the grab, doesn't land.
Oh, here we go, confirms in the EX flying feet.
Spending freely.
Yeah, smart, just get Mika off of you.
Crazy Nadeshko, and again, that
Ball's on the V-skill though.
looked like the same setup he tried in the corner at the end of the last game.
And again, you know, that's such a common strategy nowadays against Mika, is if you ever block that drop kick, it's just, it's such a bad situation.
reversal. Yeah.
Just get it off of you. And
So now Mika's adapting. Yeah.
And there's almost like no point at which I feel like your V reversal is too slow. Like if you block it, you just do it. You're
basically going to get hit. Yeah.
Yeah, you're hitting her almost for certain every time.
But I don't like that from CJ. I want to see him be a little more creative. Asuta's been playing a pretty consistent game. He's got plenty of holes here. Opportunities for CJ have come up, but he has not yet been able to convert.
Now, I do like one thing now. Asuta seems to be playing a little bit more patiently, waiting for the jump that seems to be inevitable from CJ Showstopper.
Yeah, and I would say CJ is not a guy who is a master of keeping the mistake meter down. Mika is not a character who values that as highly. Wow, and he is just out of the Nadeshko nonsense.
Yeah. Oh, and he's close to, I mean.
Yeah, this is nothing happening here for CJ. And again, calling out, I feel like that's the range he's been looking for. He wants to try and slide under the booms. I feel like sliding under the booms is something you need to represent a couple of times to keep him honest. Not a winning strategy overall. Yeah, and it's so punishable.
I really do feel like I like the way the Asuta has adjusted to be a lot more careful. See, again, CJ can't help but jump right now, it seems like. Big punish.
There it is again. Yeah, CJ is just, again, going ham, but not necessarily even in a potentially productive way. These are sort of low percentage options that he's been taking so far.
Wow.
Pulls him out of the air. Okay, here's a chance, finally.
All right. Oh, no, that whole thing fell apart.
Just complete,
That was like the bridge just crumbled.
That is not what you want to be bringing to a 5,000-man tournament.
The Jenga brick was taken out, and the whole thing just went plop. But you know what? He's in a good position. Oh, wait, here we go.
No, no longer. Let's see. I'm going to guess Asuta maybe have a few of these.
Yeah, that's...
Wow, the knee.
Enough to do it.
The knee puts him in position, I think.
And that is enough.
That super always doing a little bit extra, and nice stuff. Asuta weathering the storm from CJ Showstopper. His Mika, a lot of holes in the game there, and over time, it became clear that Asuta was a stronger player and just able to control that.
Yep, and unfortunately for CJ Showstopper, that was loser's bracket, so CJ Showstopper is out.
The show is stopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did give us a show.
Yeah. But once again, you're watching the Capcom Pro Tour presented by Sony PlayStation 4. Again, that is one of the 2 platforms that you can purchase Street Fighter V on.
And if you want to play in the Pro Tour, it will be on the PS4.
That's right. So shout outs once again to Sony for helping support the Capcom Pro Tour. Also shout outs to XSplit. This is the platform that we are using for streaming the Capcom Pro Tour. Again, a new version just came out with a bunch of new features. One of the ones before, there was only 12 scenes that you could build. Now you can just add as many as you want. You can have as little as 4. You can have as many as 20.
Sounds cool.
Very nice. So check that out at xsplit.com/CPT. Get a 20% discount with the code PROTOUR2016. And of course, we are chilling in these Vertigear chairs. All sorts of different colors. Would like these in the Ultra Trend Studio. But you can check them out at Vertigear on social media, also at 4GamerGear. Use the promo code EVO2016 to save 10%.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And do we have another competitor setting down?
I'm not sure, but you definitely want to sit down in front of your computer and grab yourself some t-shirts from the Capcom Pro Tour official store at Amazon.com/Capcom Pro Tour.
And I guess I've been led to understand that this is indeed the final game, so we will be wrapping up the action for today and joining you again tomorrow for increased hotness as we move further in the brackets. The quality of the play increases, the intensity of the matches goes up, the number of bodies on the floor goes up.
Right.
It's all going to be happening, and we hope to see you again soon tomorrow.
But don't forget, there are 4 other streams going on right now.
Yeah.
SRK EVO 1, SRK EVO 2, SRK EVO 3, and if you can detect this pattern, SRK EVO 4 for all the other games that are taking place here at Evolution 2016. Again, almost 10,000 unique competitors making up 14,000 entrants between 9 games. Dude, can you believe this is the numbers that we're talking about here?
I cannot believe it, but yeah, keep watching. Enjoy fighting games, everybody. Thanks. It's been great to see you again, James.
Of course, yes.
Always my pleasure. And Evolution 2016, we will be seeing you again soon.